contact eye to eye. I walked up on her, now she acting all surprised. I asked her what she drinking, Casamigo with a lime. Bought her another drink, now she acting like she mine. But you fine, you a 10, girl. What's your name, where your friends, girl? Another shot for the bad girls who don't know how to act right. She said I'm down, she ain't think twice. Another round if you ask nice. 5 figure, 10 figure. She only wanna with a rich. Everything on me, I know. 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 Contact eye to eye. I walked up on her, now she acting all surprised. I asked her what she drinking, Casamigo with a lime. Bought her another drink, now she acting like she mine. But she fine, so I hit the bartender like another round on me. How many shots do you wanna put it down on me? You got good taste, baby, tell me what you down to do. With a clown and the joke's on you, I gotta hand it to you. I just wanna be in your orbit, cause that booty like a planet, gigantic, that shit enormous. I just wanna take you home for the night, going in the morning. Girl, I'm not the type of nigga you want, and that's a warning. 5 figure, 10 figure. She only wanna with a rich. Everything on me, I know. Everything on me, I know. Everything on me, I know. Everything on me, I know.
Well, hello, everybody. Hello, hello, hello. Happy on Wednesday to you. Happy Wednesday. Appreciate y'all tuning in for another one episode. Uh, yeah, I know y'all was kind of looking for me to go live yesterday, but I decided not to. I decided to take a break. So, but appreciate y'all tuning in for this episode today. All right. So I'm not gonna I'm not gonna try to be very long with this episode, but if I end up being longer than expected, then it is what it is. It is what it is. But I do want to talk about this particular topic tonight that I'm going to be covering. All right. So tonight, we're going to talk about we're going to talk about the passport bros again tonight. We're going to talk about the passport bros again tonight. Gonna have this conversation again. All right. Going to revisit this. All right. Salute, Constance. Salute, salute, salute. Appreciate you tuning in, Gabe. Appreciate you tuning in as well too. Salute, salute, salute. But yeah, y'all took a break. I didn't take a break. Um, well, I took a break because I just needed to take a break because y'all know how I am. I'm always constantly going. If I'm not working, then my second job is here doing the podcast and stuff. So I just wanted to just chill. I was thinking about gaming that night, but I like, you know what? No, I'm not gonna even do that. I'm just not going to do a show at all tonight. So that's why I did. Just didn't do a show at all tonight. But I did. I was on the Money Boy Trade panel last night too. So, but yeah, that's that. But once again, appreciate y'all tuning in. So let's go ahead and dive into this topic, y'all. Let's talk about it. All right. Look like I'm frozen in time. Oh no, I'm not. No, that's my phone. But let's go ahead and talk about this topic, y'all. This passport bro, this passport bro debacle again. All right. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Sweet Reader, salute, salute, welcome. Let's talk about it. Now, when I covered this topic before, I was giving y'all a brief understanding about the Passport Bros, and I was telling you the reason why the Passport Bros was doing a movement, right? Uh, I was doing all that. Man, what's up with it? I was on doing all that, sharing which my perspective about the Passport Bros, why they was doing their movements, and different things like that. And I was just kind of just analyzing the situation in a general sense. All right, but tonight, I want to focus in on one particular thing that I have been noticing. All right, I've been noticing on YouTube that it's been a whole lot of content creators been talking about this. Whole lot of people been talking about this on other social media platforms such as Facebook, such as TikTok, such as Twitter, and all these other social media outlets, right? And they've been talking about this. They've been having this conversation, and the conversations that they've been having is that the black men in America are tired of the black women in America. So they're divesting from the black women and they're going to go international and find them a black woman in a international country. All right. Hence the meaning of passport bros. Now, uh, just like I explained this to y'all before, I explained it again. The whole point about the passport bro movement is for these men to go divest from dating black American women and go over to another country and not only go over there, but to acquire citizenship at that country, right? With the whole point of them marrying a citizen of that said country that they want to visit or they want to reside in. Sorry. That's the whole point of the movie, The Passport Bros. It's not for them to leave, go to a foreign country and bring a woman back to America, then try to marry them. That's not part of what the movie is talking about. That's not part of the movie of what they're talking about. All right. Even though I have seen some videos where men who allegedly would say that those passport bros was talking about doing that, just going over there, get your passport, find you a woman over there, demand that she becomes submissive to you and bring her back over to America and marry her. Well, she get her citizenship and stuff like that. All right. So, reason why I want to talk about this tonight is that I see a whole lot of back and forth. I see a whole lot of complaining. I see a whole lot of being a quote unquote victim. But I don't see no accountability. They come up with a solution saying that, yeah, this is the best move that we need to do, which is to go and divest. That's the solution that they're coming up with. But however, I don't hear no accountability on it. I just heard victim blaming. I just heard them being the victim or playing the victim role. And majority of them that's saying that, hate to say it, majority of them who are doing this and saying this is these old beta male simp dusty dudes. I'm gonna say it again. It's these beta male dusty simp dudes. They're talking about this. They're the ones who going back and forth saying that we can't find no good black woman. But at the same time, the reason why they can't find no actual good black woman because these same dusty dudes is the ones who literally did found a good black woman, right? And treat her wrong. He was deceiving her. He was playing with her feelings and emotions. He was displaying narcissism towards her. He was cheating on her and all that. Probably was cheating on her with her homegirl, friend, or coworker, or anything like that. So he was sitting up here doing all these different things to her, right? They have the audacity to say that you can't find a good woman. have the audacity to say that, you know what, I'm tired of black women. I'm just going to go to another country and find me a woman and I'm going to marry them. No accountability whatsoever. So I want to talk about this tonight. I want to talk about these old beta male simps tonight. These beta male dusty simps tonight, who allegedly saying that they're a part of the passport bro movement. Who allegedly say that. Now I had shared a post on my community wall, and I don't know if y'all understood what I was talking about that, but I'm going to share with y'all again. And it's going to get a whole thesis of this whole conversation. All right, I'm going to share this again. All right, here it is. This is what I post on my community wall. I said this. I said this. A lesson that I learned in dating and in real life is to stop chasing after what I don't qualify for. And if I do qualify for it, that doesn't mean that it's right for me. Let me say it again. A lesson that I learned in dating and in life is to stop chasing after what I don't qualify for. And if I do qualify for it, it doesn't mean that it's right for me. Please put in the chat to say, Urban, what you talking about so I can break this down. Please, oh please, I'll break this down. Which y'all know I'm going to do it anyway. Let's break this down. Let's dissect this. The first part, I learned in dating and in life to stop chasing what I don't qualify for. I had learned a lesson that there were things that I desired. There was things that I wanted. Hell, there was some things that I wanted bad. But just because I wanted it, that doesn't mean that I qualify for what I want. Give you an example. Just because I go, and apply for a job, and this job pays up to about $80,000 to $100,000 annually. Just because I go and apply for that job, that doesn't mean that I qualify for that job. There are certain criteria that I need to meet in order for me to qualify for that job that I'm applying for. I have to have the experience or skill level for that job. I have to have the knowledge and or educational experience for that said job as well too. If I don't have any of these type of experiences right, guess what? I do not qualify for that job. I want to go out and purchase the brand new 2022 model of the Mercedes Benz. '22 model of the Mercedes Benz. Bad car, bad. C320. Seen the car online, went to the dealership and seen it in person. I'm like, oh my God, ooh, man, this is a nice car. Of course, the salesman will let you go and test drive the vehicle and see all these things about it. Then when it came down to the more important parts, when they want salesmen start interviewing you, right, to see if you qualify for the vehicle, guess what? If I don't have the finances to support paying for that vehicle, if I don't have the accurate credit for that vehicle, guess what? No matter how much I want that vehicle, no matter how bad I believe that vehicle is in my heart, I'm not going to get that vehicle. Denied. Same thing with dealing with relationships. And this is where the problem comes at. We be sitting up here be trying to go after relationships that we know good and damn well that we do not qualify for. We know we don't. We go after it for the whole notion thinking that, oh, it's love. It got to be love. We go after that notion. Some of us be so arrogant that we go after the whole notion that I know I look good. I know I look good. So since I look good, I know I could get anybody. And be having that mentality, right? Be having that mentality. Then once when you go and have that mentality, you approach someone that is quote unquote that you don't qualify for, quote unquote, out of your league. When that person interview you and say, yeah, you're not what I'm looking for. You get up in your feelings. Instead of accepting it for what it is, you get up in your feelings. And this is why I'm addressing the beta male simps tonight. It's because these men will get up in their feelings when a woman curved them. They're like, hey, what's up with it? You know what I'm saying? Boy, bye. Fuck you. I didn't want to talk to you anyway. This is all hypersensitive. Acting like that woman was the only choice in the world. And getting all up in their feelings and everything. It was the whole point that you didn't qualify for that woman. Whatever it was that what that woman was looking for, that what she was looking for. And you just didn't qualify for it. Period. So instead of getting up in your feeling, instead of throwing a hissy fit, you should take accountability, learn from the experience, and move on. Let me put it to y'all this way. Scorpio, like, salute, by the way. I see you in the chat. And salute to everybody else who watching. Salute to everybody else who watching. When I was out in the dating market, right? Call me salute. When I was out in the dating market, right? I had that same notion that I know I look good. I know I'm handsome as hell. I know I'm sexy than the mug and everything. Nobody can't tell me nothing. I know I have a great personality and all this stuff there. I know that I know that the career path that I'm in right now is very sustainable. Everything. I know that. And keep in mind, it is nothing wrong with being confident and having confidence. There's nothing wrong with it. Hell, many ladies who are watching right now, they love it when men have confidence in them. Unless they are the modern day women that I've been talking about that have that masculine energy, but that is another topic for another time. But other than that, they love a man who has confidence in himself. But that's because I had all the confidence in the world, not only in myself, but I had the confidence to approach certain women, right? That doesn't mean that I qualify for that woman. And I had to learn that lesson that not all things that I think I qualify for doesn't mean it's right for me. And that's what the second part of this means. Even if I do qualify for it, even if I do have all the different basic things that will get me qualified, it doesn't necessarily mean that it's right for me. Sometimes the universe, or if y'all believe in a higher power, which is God, Most High God, whatever the case may be. Sometimes situations happen to you for a reason. Sometimes sometimes things get blocked because the path that you decide to try to take is going to literally ruin you and mess you up. But sometimes us as being men, we be so arrogant in our mind, we be so prideful in our mind that we don't think about that. We just think about the now. We think about the moment. We don't consider the possibility that, hey, the reason why this woman is curving me, the reason why this woman is saying this is because maybe this woman isn't right for me, period. And so guess what we do? We get up in our feelings, get all mad, throw a damn hissy fit. And instead of staying to the certain criteria or standards that we're looking for, guess what we do? We would literally date down. We'll just find any old type of woman to settle for. And guess what? That woman is even worse. And now you're in a toxic relationship dealing with this woman. But in your beta male simp mind, you thinking that you could change the woman. In your beta male narcissistic mind, you thinking you could change that woman. End up procreating with that same woman. Woman gets so fed up with you, end up either divorcing you or abandon the relationship altogether and put your tail on child support. And now you really up in your feelings. You really up in your feelings now. All in all, because it was a decision that you made. It was because of your experience that you made. You chose that. You dusty beta male chose that. You. And so now you have the audacity to say, F all the black women in America due to my experience of me choosing, by the way, by you choosing. F all them. I'm going to hop on this bandwagon of being all hyper emotional stuff, and I'm going to get me a passport, and I'm going to go and find a woman from across the country. I'm going to find a woman in Africa, Brazil, wherever the hell you're trying to go. And I'm going to do that. Then let's say, hypothetically speaking, that's what you're going to do. And all in all, you have not even taken accountability for your behavior. You have not taken no type of accountability for your behavior whatsoever. Your mindset is still the same. And you end up going over here to the country doing the same as that thing that you did when you was in America. Same as that thing. Nothing ever changed. And next thing you know, messing up these other women on life. And it's not just the woman, it's you. It's you. It's you. So that's what I meant about this quote that I said. That's what I meant about that. Now, I don't know if y'all been familiar with keeping up with this movement or whatever stuff right now, but I have. I've been keeping up with the movement. I've been keeping up with the Red Pill, Manosphere, and all these different other type of movements and sectors and stuff too. I've been keeping up. There was a situation where there was a, let's say, a debate that happened, right? I think a couple of days ago, whatever, probably even longer than that. There was a certain debate that happened between two content creators, and I want to touch on that real quick. Then after that, I'm going to share with y'all a couple of TikTok videos showing these old dusty beta male simps and up here talking, and I'm going to give y'all my perspective about that. But there was a couple of content creators who had a interesting debate. I'm not going to show the debate but I'm gonna let you know who they are. Now these are two content creators. Y'all may be familiar with them. Some of y'all may be familiar with y'all, especially if y'all familiar with the Red Pill movement, Manosphere movement, and all the different things like that. Or if you're familiar with, the Lapeef Network, you'll be familiar with them. The lady on the left is Chantel Simone. All right, she's very heavy in the Red Pill movement. She's very her content very heavily deals with men divesting and going their own way. Yeah, Chantel. Mhm. They Her content deals heavily with men divesting from women, preferably black women, and her content deals with men going their own way. Okay, the lady on the right is Courtney Michelle. Now, Courtney Michelle, her first debut was on the Lapeef Network. All right, Southern Belle. That's what they call her. That's what they call her. So they end up having an interesting debate talking about this whole passport bro movement, right? Now, the lady on the left, on Chantel, her stance on this is that, hey, y'all need to go ahead, forget all these black women in America, go ahead and, y'all go and get your passport, get your wife over there in, wherever country you're going to go. Courtney Michelle's stance on this was like, well, sis, if that's what they want to do, that's fine. But I'm going to say this, that they cannot shun out every black woman in America. In other words, they cannot say that every black woman in America resembles the same type of behavior of the experience that they deal with. So her stance was that, hey, I still think that there's hope. But in order for this to happen, we need to get over whatever it is that we need to get over, and we need to come together and we need to figure this thing out. This whole thing, it caused a debate between them two. They debated on this on another one content creator panel. They both end up having separate shows talking about the interaction as well too. The reason why I'm bringing this up is because of this. To be honest with y'all, I honestly agree with Courtney Michelle. I'm gonna say it again. I honestly agree with Courtney Michelle. I agree that there are good quality black women out there who don't resemble the modern day woman behavior that I've been talking about on this channel. There really are. But the thing about it is that if you still had that mindset, that mentality, you haven't took accountability for your own behavior, your own actions, you just gonna pass over. You're either gonna pass over these women because you're looking for something else, or when you finally see these women or interact with these women, you're gonna mess them over because of your behavior. Now, on the other hand, I can also agree with and rock with Chantel also with the whole point like, hey, if y'all don't want to deal with these black American women, go into another country. If that's the only part that I agree with is that if that's what you want to do, by all means, you're grown. Do whatever the hell you want to do. Go ahead. Everybody does it. Do it. But this goes back to the main part of my topic that I'm talking about, the main thesis part of what I'm talking about. If you haven't gotten yourself prepared physically, mentally, spiritually, financially, then you do not qualify for what you're looking for. Period. You do not qualify for that. The whole accountability part tonight is that these men, these dusty beta male simps, do need to get over themselves. And I'm gonna be honest. Not only they need to get over themselves, Many of them really, really do need to be part of some type of therapy for real due to their traumatic experiences that they done dealt with. They really do. They really do need to be in therapy. Just as the same as these men sit up here go back and say, hey, these modern day women, they need to go to therapy, they need to do this, that. Yeah, true. I agree. But it's not one sided. Y'all need therapy as well, too. Hell, I would say that the one men more so need on therapy. And this is the reason why. This is the reason why. My upbringing, I guarantee that my upbringing is very familiar with a lot of men upbringing, which is this. You have you've been brought up as boys to bottle up your feelings, first of all, to be strong and super masculine. Bottle up your feelings. You're a machine. If you cry, then you're weak. You're a punk. Bottle them all up. That's the first part. Second part of it, dealing with toxic parents who brought us up, who were showing us that, hey, this is how the way you should treat a woman, by them treating their wife or significant other, whoever the case may be, this shitty way. And so by you being a child as a boy, you see the interaction happening, and that became your immediate reality. Once again, you seeing what happened, and it became your immediate reality. And so now you're a grown ass man mimicking the same behavior that you saw through up your upbringing, bringing that into the relationship, thinking that that's the social norm, that is how the way it's supposed to be, not knowing and understand that your parents was fucked up. Not understanding that your parents needed therapy. And so you bring that same type of energy going into a relationship thinking that's the norm. And I'm messing over good quality women. They have the audacity to get all upset about it. I mean, am I lying? And that is the reality of a lot of men, especially black men, especially black men that was in the hood. That is the reality. Give you another scenario too, black men, better male simps. I'm gonna give you another scenario too. Some of y'all didn't have the privilege of having a father in your life. Let's talk about it. An actual good father, not a daddy, but an actual father in your life. Some of y'all didn't have that privilege. Y'all may have men that mama decided to come around the household and mama decided to, get a freak on or whatever, something like that, but the relationship wasn't stable. You didn't have a solid foundation. So you end up being what is known as a boy child or a man child. You end up being mama's son and husband all at the same time. So she ended up bringing you in a certain reality saying that, son, I don't want you to be like all these men that I didn't deal with because I don't want who chose them, but we're not going to talk about that. I chose them, but we're not going to talk about that. But I don't want you to be like these men. I don't want you to be like your dad, be daddy. I don't want you to be like this or that or whatever, stuff like that. And you program this into your son. Hence, this is where they become beta male simps, hypersensitive. This is the reason why you see all these beta male simps running around and they never acknowledge a man. They always do things for their mama. Mama, you need the bill paid? I got your mama. Dear mama. Dear Mama. By the way, that Dear Mama song with Tupac. Tupac said up here explained that his mom was the one dope fiend the whole entire time in that song. But yet it's still been a beta male simp. I'm gonna take care of my mama instead of having accountability. And so they end up growing up being beta male simps. Then instead of them finding a good quality woman, they find the very image of their mama. See, ladies, I'm putting y'all on game tonight. They will find the very image of their mama in you. This is the reason why these beta male simps, they look for a woman who have this more masculine leadership type energy. Because throughout their whole entire life, they've been submissive to their mom. They've been submissive to their mom throughout the whole entire time. They never learned how to be masculine. They never learned how to be programmed to be a leader because their mom never taught them to be a leader. Because their mom feared their son of being a leader, which that is another show for another time. So they never learned that. They never learned that. Never learned that trait. So therefore, they end up mimicking the very same thing. They end up going finding a woman. They don't find a woman. They go find a mama. Girl, you remind me a lot like my mama. Let's get married, girl. Let's have babies together. And therefore, they be in that old controlling, toxic, narcissistic ass relationship, right? Where this dude being a simp to this woman. He letting this woman dog her the hell out. And keep in mind this as well, too. Keep in mind this as well, too. It is part of an actual woman's behavior is to allow the man to actually be in his masculinity. In other words, it's part of her nature to automatically want that man to lead her. Automatically. But when she's already got this old I'm a woman, hear me war mentality going on with her, combination of that dead shit I'm meeting a dude like you. Oh no, she's not gonna surrender that. Because if she surrendered that means to her, that means that she's been submissive. And she's fearing that because submission means weak. Knowing that submission means to her abuse. And she don't want that. So she go through the whole process of mentally abusing you. Giving you only the bare minimum love. I'll set you down as long as you give me everything I want, but I'll give you the bare minimum. Same reason why they barely do things for your birthday. May say happy birthday to you. May give you a half piece of chicken or steak. May take you, they're not gonna take you to a 5-star restaurant. They'll do something. They'll take you, to a simple restaurant like Chili's. They come around on Father's Day. All they're gonna give you is a damn necktie and a Hawaiian shirt. Just the bare minimum. And you trying to figure this thing out. You beta male simp trying to figure this thing out. Then when they finally come to the realization that you're not in the masculine role that you should be, that's when you snap. And then that's when you start demanding control. You going to respect me, woman. Then it turns even more toxic because you become narcissistic. You become controlling. Then exit out that relationship thinking that you're free as hell. Passport time. Now, you just went through your whole entire life dealing with a traumatic experience and you need to get help. You need to cope. You need to better yourself. And that's the whole point of the show tonight. Is to bring accountability to these old better male simp passport bros out there thinking that the problem is going to magically go away by you going to another country and talking to a woman. It's not going to go away. Because due to your behavior, like I said, due to your behavior, due to your energy, due to where you at, you're going to attract the same type of woman as though you never left America. Kid you not. Unless you change your ways, unless you take accountability, it's not going to work. And this is only for these beta male simps that I'm talking about out here that think that it's all cool and dandy to hop on board and jump on something that you don't understand. Now, I want to, I'm share this on TikTok with y'all, all right? Then I'll be done, all right? I'm share this TikTok with y'all. Then I promise y'all I'll be done. I promise. I promise I'll be done. Let me share this with y'all real quick. Oh, my bad. I want to be on screen too. Let me exit out. Mm-mm-mm. Yeah, I want to be on screen too. So let's get me on screen. Do, do, do. There we go. All right, so I'm gonna share this on TikTok with y'all real quick. All right, this bro, right? I'm this first video. I'm gonna show it y'all. This bro here, he's explaining the whole Passport Bro movie, and I just want y'all to hear what he's talking about. All right, and we're gonna analyze this. And we're gonna break this down. All right, so let's go.
So there's this new movement called Passport Boys. It's when guys, American men, go over to whatever country, find someone, marry them, and bring them back. I said this about 5 days ago when I met a beautiful Vietnamese woman that had her husband had died. She was still great. And I thought, look at that guy. That guy had a great life. He married this woman, brought her over, had a great time. She was a bombshell. You know, he obviously had money, lived on the beach. You know, maybe it was a great time. Yes, she had brought in a death certificate because he had killed himself, but she said it was because of the pandemic. I don't know if she did it or not. It doesn't matter. Either way, I'm beginning to jump on board with this whole thing because the dating in this Southern California area is not ideal. And honestly, I'm not even trying to date anymore. I don't have room for another person in my life right now. I'm trying to get things done. But I'm saying in the future, when I'm 40, I'm going over to anywhere else. Shut up.
All right, before old boy start talking about this whole Passport Bro second part of this, right? Let's deal with this, okay? Now, once again, this is dealing with exactly what I've been talking about. If your mentality is not right, if your mind is not right, regardless of how the way you feel, regardless if you feel like that you're entitled or not, you don't qualify. Period. You don't qualify, period. It doesn't matter. It does not matter. Now here's like I was telling y'all earlier about my experience being in the dating market, prior before I got married to Mrs. Urban, right? Which by the way, Mrs. Urban is a American black woman. The best thing that ever happened in my life. Great woman. Great woman. Everything about her is great. Everything about her is perfect. To me. Everything about her. But check this out though. If my mentality was just like what this dude was saying, right? If my mentality was just like these old beta male simp mentality who are out here, I would have missed over Mrs. Urban altogether. Or I probably had crossed paths with her and end up messing her life up because my mind wasn't right. But before that, I had went through therapy. Then on top of that, I took accountability for my own personal actions and behavior that I did. Hell, I even went back into my family upbringing and started realizing some things that was even happening up in my upbringing that I wasn't even aware of. Until I started challenging it, until I started seeing it for myself. Then I looked and I like, you know what? That is the reason why I was so messed up how the way I was. That was the reason why my mind was the way how it was because of my upbringing. And I took accountability for that. I like, you know what? I refuse to be this person no longer. I'm going to change myself. So I'm going to work on myself. I'm going to reinvent myself. And that's what I did. Based on my standards of how the way I wanted to be. Not based on what my parents wanted me to be. Not based on what the social norm wanted me to be. But what I wanted to be. Who I am. And this is who I am today. I had to literally reinvent myself. I had to literally kill that old me. Literally. Kill that old person. And become a new person. And by me doing that, that's when I just so happened met Mrs. Urban. Then keep in mind, this also is stuff too. When I was going out in the dating thing, that whole experience of me going out and dating, it was more of a learning experience for me than anything. Of course, I went out there. I talked to women. Some women, they wasn't about the, dating. They was modern day women that was about dating. They just wanted a moment. And I ain't lying. I gave them a moment. I ain't lying. I did. That's me being a man and me being a human. But I knew what I was looking for. And I knew that the type of women that I was talking to, that I was around, I knew that they wasn't that woman I was looking for. I knew that. And so it took for me to finally decide, you know what? I'm just going to chill. I'm not fixing to go out looking for anybody or anything like that. I'm going to be out about my purpose. And this is what I did. I started focusing in on my purpose. I started focusing in on what makes me me, what makes me happy in life. And I started doing it. Started going after, career ambitions and stuff too. Started doing that. Start changing myself. Start doing things that I enjoy doing. It was literally a whole lot of times where I literally took myself out on dates. Stop talking to people. I literally took myself out on dates. Went to restaurants by myself. 5-star restaurants by myself, chilling, having the time of my life by myself. Been to movies by myself, having the time of my life. That's enjoying me. And y'all want to know another reason why I was doing that? Here's another reason why I was doing that. Another reason why I was doing that is because I had figured if I were to run into my wife, right? If I were to actually run into her and she actually be in my presence, I started thinking, how would she react with me? How would that look like? What type of person would I be to her? And so the only way I could find that out is by me start dating myself. And that's what I literally started doing. Dating myself. I started literally dating myself. So I could see exactly how the way I am. Because how the way I am, that's what's going to be portrayed to That's what's going to be portrayed to how the way my wife is going to see me. So I literally started doing that, dating myself. Took myself out on expensive dates and everything. Had a time of my life. It was some things that I did. I like, man, why in the hell did I do that? But it was a learning experience for me because I started learning a lot about myself. I started learning about my temperaments. I started learning about my boundaries. I started learning about what things I would tolerate and what things I won't tolerate. I started learning a lot about myself. Then by me doing that and just having the time of my life and me being in my purpose, right? I was not thinking about women no more or nothing like that. And that was the moment when I finally had met Mrs. Urban. And how the way we met each other, it was totally by universal whatever. It has happened. Nothing intentional like that. It just happened. And like I say, Mrs. Urban is the best thing that ever happened to me in my life, for real. Every quality that I was looking for in a woman, she possesses that. Whatever I'm lacking as a man, she has that as a woman. Not to say she's masculine, nothing like that. But in other words, we balance each other out. Where she's weak in, I'm strong in. Where she's strong in, I'm weak in. And we balance each other out and we complement each other. Then the biggest thing about this, and I'm gonna start this video, the biggest part about this, y'all, is this. The biggest part about this is that we do not change each other. We totally and absolutely love each other unconditionally, where we accept each other for how the way we are. We don't try to mimic, we don't try to make each other be a way that we want them to be. Like, say, for example, Mrs. Urban, she's more reserved. She's more, what's the word I'm looking for? She's more of a extrovert, right? She's more of an no, sorry. She's more of an introvert. She's more of an introvert. And I'm more of an extrovert. That's because I'm an extrovert. I'm not going to sit up her and try to make her be an extrovert like me. Oh, you got to be like me. You need to be like me. If you don't be like me, we're not compatible. No, that ain't what compatibility means. True compatibility means that you're accepting each other for who you are. You're meeting halfway and you're accepting each other for who you are. And that differences that you have is what make y'all complete. And that's what happens with me and Mrs. Urban. Our differences is what make us complete, what make us whole. And she's not a foreign woman. She's here in America. I didn't have to go across the country to find her. Urban, is she submissive? Yes, she is. Absolutely, she is. But she's not submissive in a way that y'all think that I'm controlling. Because I'm not. Y'all can even look and tell that I'm not a controlling person. I'm a very humble person. So the type of submission is not fear, it's not control, but the submission is respect. She respect my masculinity just the same as I submit to her. I submit to her and I respect her femininity. That is true submission. But let's go.
out to you all for finding all our videos, but we call Passport Bros, not boys. I don't know who came up with that. And we call Blue Book Gentlemen. And we're not bringing them back here, not us. We going over to their country. We want our farm women to stay farm. We'll retire early. We're putting our head down and not working. We're not dating in the United States of America. We're not marrying. We're not spending no money on women, nothing that. We're being cordial with them, of course. We're working with them at jobs and stuff like that, of course. But as far as dating and marriage or any extra talk about that's going to cause controversy, we stand away from that. Travel, my friends.
All right, so he's pretty much giving y'all the whole playbook of the Passport Bros movement, and this is the reason why I wanted to share the second part with y'all, so y'all could understand where they're coming from with this. Now, everything that he's saying, once again, I understand and I get it. I understand that. I totally get it. Once again, when I was in the dating market, I did meet women who would literally do that. They'll literally want you to take them out to an expensive restaurant and stuff, and they want to go to a restaurant. They want you to pay for the whole entire meal, only for them already having in their mind that they're going to curve you, and they're just trying to get a free meal out of you. I have experienced that. So I get it. I understand where they're coming from. I get it. Absolutely, I do. But at the same time, that experience should be a learning experience. It shouldn't be an experience where you all up in your feelings about it. It should be a learning experience to edify yourself. To let you understand that this is the type of woman that you don't need. Stop trying to look for these women just solely on beauty only. Oh man, she fine. Stop trying to look for her just for that. Just like when I made the example earlier and I was telling you about that Mercedes Benz. The only reason why I want that Mercedes Benz, knowing good where I couldn't afford it, is because of the looks. Let's be real about it. It was because of the looks. And that's how the way we are with us being men. Some of us, we be so sold on the look that we don't look into the character or the soul of that woman. Once again, we be so sold on the looks that we don't look into the soul or the character of that woman until it's too late. Oh man, I got a baddie. I can't wait till I smash her. Then when that woman do what she do, next thing you know, oh my God, all modern day women is the same. No, all women are the same. That's why even on my shows, I make a distinct difference between what I'm talking about. Modern day women, when I'm talking about them, I'm talking about the characteristics and the behavior of these toxic women. That's basically what I'll be talking about modern day women. But not every woman is a modern day woman or resemble a modern day woman behavior. Just the same as not only men out here have this trash bag, dusty, beta male simp behavior, neither. I'm just saying. So let me let's do one more real quick, y'all. I kind of wanted to listen to these women perspective about the Passport Bros. Where I get, let's entertain this real quick so I can get on these modern day women just a little bit. Can I get on the modern day women just a little bit? Because I know I'm going hard on these men right now. Just a little bit, all right? Let's listen to it.
Passport Bros now? That's what y'all call it? I can't believe that y'all came up with that. People are laughing at y'all right now. Like it's just about a whole group of miserable ass males who, oh my God, I don't even know how to explain this, so pathetic. And then half of y'all are like fossilized, and y'all already know what I mean by that. Another thing is that a lot of y'all just look the same. Y'all look alike. I know I be seeing this one guy that be popping up on my FYP. You know, a lot of people been roasting on his old ass lately. He's sitting up here on his back porch filming Shit, man, the same old type of videos, like 25 videos in a row on his back porch. Like, you're sitting up here talking about passports. Past 25 videos, and you're still here on your back porch. Like, when are you gonna be leaving? Been talking about it for, what, 2-3 months now? You could have been gone. Why are you still talking about passports and leaving? I don't get it. I just don't understand it. Passport.
Man, she sat up here babbled the whole entire time. I just don't get it. I don't understand it. And crazy thing about it is that she sat up here got 220 likes just by saying that. That's crazy. That's crazy. All right, next one. Let's go.
As a man, if a woman asks you to do some shit, the only replies you should have is yes or
Bro was sitting up here pointing the whole time. Now, I don't know if y'all familiar with her. I'm gonna show her one video, but I don't know if y'all familiar with her. But Miss Gail, she was actually in my she actually be in my chat and stuff too. Yeah, y'all check out her content. But yeah, Miss Gail, you're actually TikTok famous. I don't know if you know it, Miss Gail, but you TikTok famous.
All these women saying they can get their passports too, I don't think they realize how crazy foreign men are. Like, you will get your head popped off if you come at your husband sideways. So if you're asking, like, can you get ran through? Sure, that's easy. The shit you do here in the States and how horribly you treat men, that won't fly overseas. So good luck with that.
All right, so Miss Gail, her stance dealing with the this whole situation is that she's also an advocate for men, helping men to to find quality women. In other words, help men to find quality women. She's also part of the advocacy of, if a man cannot find a quality black woman here in America, then by all means go to another country and find another woman. And so this particular video that she was talking about, she was addressing a situation that happened where there were women that was coming on here and stuff, right? And they was saying that, hey, y'all got passports, we got passports too. So we could do the same as that thing. And so she was addressing that, saying that, hey, if that's what y'all gonna do, right, y'all need to understand that the foreign men over there is not gonna tolerate y'all toxic behavior. Because them foreign men over there are controlling as hell, and they're not gonna put up with it. That was basically what she was talking about in that video. Basically what she talking about. But other than that, y'all, other than that, that's all I have for the show. Just like I say, I wanted to really just give y'all my perspective with dealing with these beta male simps for real. Now, if anything that you get out of this whole conversation I'm have is this: it's time for you to take accountability for your own behavior. The only way you're going to be able to qualify for whatever it is that you're looking for, hopefully you're looking for quality, right? And not just quantity, or just not something that just looks only. But if you're truly, truly in the market to find you a good, wonderful wife, then it's going to take for you to take accountability for your behavior. It's going to take for you to change by whatever means that it means. My situation out there, I went seek therapy, and it didn't take me a whole year for me to be in therapy neither. All it took was just some sessions for me to get challenged, to see things that I need to look at, and that's what I did. Or maybe because I'm just a analytical person. If people present me with information, then I'm automatically going out and trying to figure it out. Maybe that doesn't mean behind the way I am. I don't know. But and I'm trying to figure out the best possible solutions behind it as well too. Maybe that's just me, but it takes for you to change. If you don't change your ways, then I guarantee once when you go over there, I guarantee you that once when you go over there, right? I guarantee that you're gonna do the same exact thing. You're gonna end up messing up that woman. Guarantee that. So why not do something different? But that's if you want to do something different. That's if you want to change. If not, then all you're gonna do is be a trash bag, dusty dude who sit up here crying like a, unfortunately, being a trash bag, dusty dude, sit up here crying like a little bitch all the time with all this feminine energy. They're gonna keep on going through the cycle of letting these women use and abuse you. So it is what it is. It is what it is, y'all.